Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Grab your favorite drink, settle in, and get ready for an emotional journey, because today's story isn't about chart-topping hits or dazzling performances. This is about the heart behind the legend, the quiet sacrifices, and the extraordinary love story that shaped one of music's most iconic voices, Celine Dion. From the moment she burst onto the scene as a shy teenager from Charlemagne, Quebec, Celine's voice carried something rare. A depth of emotion that seemed to reach into your soul. But behind those breathtaking high notes and record-breaking albums was a woman whose greatest masterpiece wasn't her music, but the way she loved her family. The youngest of 14 children, Celine grew up in a tiny house where money was tight, but love overflowed. Her mother, Thérèse, would often say that Celine didn't just sing. She communicated directly with God. That divine gift would take her from singing in her brother's piano bar to becoming one of the best-selling artists of all time. Yet fame never changed what mattered most to Celine. Even as she climbed the charts with timeless classics like The Power of Love and Because You Loved Me, her heart remained rooted in family. At the center of it all was René Angélil, the man who mortgaged his own home to fund her first album, and who would later become the love of her life. Their love story defied the odds. A 26-year age gap, industry skepticism, and relentless media scrutiny. But through it all, René remained her rock, her manager, and her greatest champion. Together they built not just a career, but a legacy. Then came 2016, the year that would test Celine's strength in ways no one could have imagined. When René lost his battle with cancer, the world watched as Celine stood at his funeral, her face veiled in black, her voice breaking as she sang Ave Maria, one last time for the man who had believed in her before anyone else. In that moment, it became clear. Celine's greatest performance wasn't on any stage. It was the way she loved, fully and fearlessly, even in the face of unimaginable loss. What happened next reveals the true measure of Celine Dion, not as a superstar, but as a mother, sister, and woman determined to protect those she loved. While tabloids speculated about her $800 million fortune, Celine was quietly working on something far more valuable, a love letter to her family in the avoir form of her estate. Unlike so many celebrities whose wealth becomes a source of conflict, Celine approached her legacy with the same precision and care she brought to her music. Insiders reveal she created an intricate web of trusts, not just for her 3 sons, René, Charles, and twins Nelson and Eddie, but for the siblings who had sacrificed their own dreams to support hers. There were properties secured in their names, annuities structured to provide lifelong stability, and even provisions for longtime staff who had become family. But the real surprise? Personal letters and video messages tucked away for her children, along with unreleased recordings, private pieces of her heart meant to guide them when she could not. For her brothers and sisters, the realization of what Celine had done hit like one of her legendary high notes. One sibling reportedly broke down upon learning she'd ensured their grandchildren's educations would be covered. Another wept when discovering Celine had quietly paid off medical debts from years earlier. This wasn't just money changing hands. It was gratitude made tangible. A final, I remember, to the people who had stood by her when she was just a girl with a dream. Today, as Celine faces her own health battles with stiff person syndrome, her family's tears tell the real story. Because when the lights dim and the applause fades, what remains isn't the platinum records or the Las Vegas residencies. It's the quiet moments of connection that money can't buy. The way she still sets a place for René at family dinners. The handwritten lyrics she leaves on her son's pillows when she can't be there to tuck them in. The phone calls to childhood friends who still can't believe our Celine became the voice of a generation. So the next time you hear My Heart Will Go On, listen closer. That trembling vibrato isn't just technique. It's the sound of a woman who loved so deeply, she built her fortune not in dollars, but in devotion. And if that doesn't make you believe in the power of love, nothing will. Now tell us, whose legacy has touched your heart the way Celine's story touched ours? Share your thoughts below, because some stories are too beautiful not to pass on.